What if, the biggest advantage you could gain in your garden has nothing to do with fertilizers, varieties or tools, but with information that was never meant to reach you? Industrial agriculture depends on scale, uniformity and dependency. Home gardening depends on biology, resilience and independence. Those two worlds do not align. The moment you understand that, everything about how you grow food changes. These are the truths quietly buried beneath marketing labels, extension advice, and glossy farm imagery. And once you see them, you simply cannot unsee them. Seed dependence is engineered, not accidental. Modern agriculture thrives on repeat purchases. Hybrid seeds dominate commercial supply chains because they do not reproduce true to type. This really forces farmers to buy new seed every season. What is rarely emphasized is that open-pollinated and heirloom seeds do not behave this way. They adapt, stabilize and improve when saved correctly. For home gardeners, saving seeds is not a nostalgic hobby. It is a powerful form of independence. Plants grown from saved seed adjust to your soil, your climate and your pest pressures. Big agriculture does not promote this because seed sovereignty removes a recurring revenue stream. Soil fertility has been replaced with soil addiction. Large-scale farming feeds crops, not soil. Synthetic fertilizers deliver fast nutrients but bypass soil biology. Over time, microbial life declines, organic matter collapses, and soil becomes dependent on external inputs to perform at all. Healthy soil feeds plants through living systems. Fungi, bacteria, and organic matter regulate nutrient release naturally. Home gardeners who compost, mulch, and avoid soil sterilization rebuild this system. The industry discourages this approach because living soil reduces the need for constant chemical inputs. Pests thrive where balance is broken. Industrial fields are ecological deserts. One crop grown across thousands of acres creates perfect conditions for pest explosions. Chemicals are then required to control the very problems monoculture creates. Diverse gardens behave differently. Mixed plantings confuse pests, attract predators and break life cycles naturally. Companion planting and biodiversity reduce pest pressure without intervention. This knowledge exists but is rarely highlighted because it does not scale into product sales. Weeds are a symptom, not the enemy. Weeds dominate industrial fields because bare soil invites them. Tilling, herbicides and soil disturbance reset succession repeatedly, allowing opportunistic plants to return stronger each time. In gardens where soil is covered with mulch or living plants, weed pressure drops dramatically. Weeds often signal compaction, nutrient imbalance or exposed soil. Correct the condition and the weeds disappear. Selling herbicides is easier than teaching soil cover. Compost outperforms chemical fertilizer long-term. Synthetic fertilizer delivers nutrients quickly but temporarily. Compost builds structure, water retention, microbial diversity, and slow-release fertility. A simple compost tea illustrates this difference clearly. To make it, you just mix 1 cup of finished compost into 1 gallon of water. Then let it sit for about 12 hours, giving it a stir every now and then. After that, you simply apply it directly to the soil. This process introduces living organisms rather than just isolated nutrients. Big agriculture, tends to avoid this conversation, mainly because compost cannot be patented or really standardized at scale. When soil biology is intact, plants can actually feed themselves. Mycorrhizal fungi, for example, extend plant root systems dramatically, increasing access to water and nutrients. Unfortunately, these networks are destroyed by tillage and many chemicals. Gardens that protect soil life allow plants to access nutrients already present in the soil. Over time, this means you need less fertilizer, which is quite remarkable. On the other hand, commercial systems rely on disturbance and replacement rather than cooperation with biology. Yield obsession, frankly, tends to hide nutrient decline. High yields do not necessarily mean high nutrition. Crops grown rapidly with synthetic inputs often contain fewer minerals simply because soil biology is not cycling nutrients effectively. Slower-grown garden produce, on the other hand, frequently contains higher nutrient density. Flavour improves right alongside mineral content. This really matters for human health, but, well, it does not appear on yield reports or profit sheets. Uniformity weakens resilience. Commercial agriculture values uniform ripening, size and appearance. Genetic diversity is sacrificed for predictability. Gardens benefit from diversity. Different varieties respond differently to weather stress, pests and disease. Diversity spreads risk. Industry discourages this mindset because uniform systems are easier to mechanize and market. Water misuse is built into the system. Industrial irrigation often prioritizes speed over efficiency. Runoff, evaporation, and compaction waste water and damage soil structure. Mulch gardens retain moisture naturally. Organic matter acts like a sponge, reducing irrigation needs dramatically. Teaching water retention through soil health undermines expensive irrigation systems and input-heavy farming models. You do not need most products sold to you. Many gardening products exist to compensate for damaged soil, poor planning, or misunderstanding of natural systems. Healthy soil reduces the need for fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, and constant intervention. When gardeners understand ecology, they buy less and harvest more. That is not good for companies built on volume sales. Why this knowledge matters now. Food security does not begin in boardrooms. It begins in soil. Home gardeners who understand these truths grow better food with fewer inputs and greater resilience. This is why the information is fragmented, softened, or ignored in mainstream agricultural messaging. Nature has already solved the problems agriculture struggles with. The closer you align with those systems, the less dependent you become on external control. If this changed how you see gardening, subscribe to Nature's Blueprint for more truth-driven growing strategies, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and take back control of your food from the ground up.